she open. Couldn't blame me if she chose it. Good drink, we toasting. Good day, we poppin'. Gotta thank God for the motions. Live life, keep coasting.
Welcome to your Friendly Neighborhood Podcast. I am your host, Jay, a.k.a. Jay Duce, a.k.a. Mr. Prolific, a.k.a. Commission's Very Own, a.k.a. You know what I'm saying? We got JJ in the building. And yeah, man, what's going on? And to my left, I got the beautiful, illustrious goddess herself. What you was going, like, you know, it's like you just.
Thank you. I love the energy as always. You already know where to find me. And if you don't, I don't really know what to tell you. But I do know something. You can head to mgottibeauty.com and use code neighbor at checkout. And that's only if you are a neighbor. And right next to me, we have...
Hey, y'all. You already know who the girl is. It's Magic. What's up? Y'all better be catching that stream. Go catch them Patreons.
Period.
You
literally.
feel me?
Catch them streams,
But
okay?
What's up? We here. It's a good day.
Yes, and we do have some amazing guests in the building. So I would like to personally introduce you and give her her first debut.
Woo-woo.
Philadelphia's own very new up-and-coming artist. This woman is a spoken poet, a spoken word like connoisseur, okay? Listen, and I like to call her the plant poet. I coined that, y'all. When she blow up, make sure y'all remember I said it first. The plant poet herself, Loon.
Hi guys, what's up? My name is Loon, like you said, plant poet. So you got some spoken words, and also if you need advice on planting any flowers or anything, yep, you got me too.
But how you doing, Lou?
Good.
That's good. And to her left, you know what I'm saying, we got the Warner's Coach's very own, Kane Gang's very own, Bloomsburg University, former athlete. They loving it up here right now, you know what I'm saying? Former roommate, my dog, 443 for life, you know what I'm saying? What's up, JJ? How's it going?
What's going on, y'all? It's just JJ, you know.
Yo, you have that set to a same tone. Yo, I just heard, I felt like we was in the fucking stew just now. I'm like, yo, what's going on, y'all? It's just JJ. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I be doing videos, producing things, making content. I created the Winners Culture, and we talk about cool things. Go check that out at www.thewinnersculture.com.
Okay.
Big
Right, here we go.
Okay.
So what's going on? How everybody feeling? How was y'all weekend? You know what I'm saying? Sunday. You know what I'm saying? We are in almost to the end of the summer, even though I feel like it just started.
My weekend was cool. Like, I feel like somebody tried to rob me, though, but so it took me left. But other than that, it was cool.
Someone else?
No.
Damn.
Hey, yo.
Damn.
I'm over here like,
Yo.
It wasn't successful,
and
though.
what happened?
Oh,
feel like
it was highly successful.
It was a scammer. It was a scammer.
Don't start like that. We can go there. You know what I'm saying?
We can
Patreon.
start with the word on the street first. Okay.
Well, let me hear how everyone's week is.
I'm just saying.
Or
before you
weekend
start.
because we ain't recording on Wednesday. So
Banum,
I mean,
banum, banum.
Yeah, I don't know. Great. It's if the day's not happening, I don't know what's happening. So it's been great. It's been real. Like,
That was interesting.
how about you, Loon?
Oh, it's been great.
Good
It's a
week,
great
good
start.
weekend. That's good, man.
Great week.
Summer treating you well.
Summer has been blessing me. I'm so excited for the upcoming fall. This whole entire year it's been great. So yeah.
Are you going to give us a verse today? I'm just...
I mean, if you want me to.
Oh, shit. Get to it.
All you have to do is ask.
What's inspiring you right now?
What's self-love, my process of healing, moving on, moving forward, and excitement of what is going to happen or what's to come. So, yeah, I've been inspired a lot lately.
yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
good.
I do.
Yeah.
How was your?
My little weekend. I'm tired. I've
Busy
been running
bee.
around. Yeah.
Yeah. Very busy.
I've been I'm not gonna say I've been in the streets because I have not been in the streets. But I've been around. I've been getting stuff done, being productive, being a good support system. So yeah, it's a lot going on.
Okay.
Well,
I don't know if we'll
alright.
dissect that or not.
How
but-
deep do we go on this joint? Like, is it follow-up questions or we
Very.
just let it rock?
I mean, this is just like the introduction, but like when we're talking, like yeah, you can.
I mean, if you want to talk about it, you can talk about it. I
Dissect
mean,
as
I ain't
No,
gonna,
I ain't. Like, listen,
Yo,
I'm here for the ride.
this is why we have a great Patreon. You go check out your Friend Neighborhood Podcast
You know how
Patreon.
you feel what I'm
Anything
saying?
that get too critical, guys, you know it's gonna be on
Yeah, I'm
there.
about to say, mama ain't raised no bitch.
Listen, we gonna see.
It's a whole
Bitch,
bunch of
first
you
5
know energy in here, so you know, yeah,
But yeah, word on the street.
yeah, yeah. There is one of those things, huh? Word on the street is people are realizing, okay, self-actualization, right? I don't know if anyone is familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs in the different levels, but at the very top, it is self-actualization. And this category falls directly into that. People are realizing that they are dating out of their bracket.
Their leagues.
Out of their league for sure. I didn't want to use the word league specifically because a lot of times people look at that and they think one way,
Okay.
like a narrow-minded concept. Somebody can be out of your league in multiple different ways.
Yeah.
But people automatically think financially. And
Yeah,
that's
because it could be mentally.
Yeah.
It could be
Yeah.
just stability,
So,
anything. It could
I
be
want to
anything.
ask, have you all ever encountered a person that you felt like might have just been too good for you at the moment?
No, but I've been too good for people.
Oh shit, period. Stand your ground.
No, but
Anybody
I've
else?
definitely been too good for people. So
Yeah, we gonna get into that. We gonna get into that. Has anybody felt like they've met someone that was too good for them at the moment?
Yeah, I could say yeah. Yeah. Probably like on a I guess morality level, like the way that you living is
Yeah.
just real good.
Yeah.
And the way that I'm living is just not right now. You feel what I'm saying? But we worked it out.
Okay, so you still decided to try with the relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Like it was definitely worth it. I don't know. I have like
How honest you want being here?
Very. What the fuck?
I was talking to the man.
I have no
Okay.
Does a follow-up question come after that or do I just keep going?
I do have one, but go ahead. I'm not going. I gotta fill you out first because I ain't trying. You know what I'm saying? Throw you off your square.
No, it's just the doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that situation, you're saying it was morality.
For sure.
I think it was more of determination. Like that person just the goal was clear. You know what I'm saying? Like you were at the time you were coming from college athlete, you were doing this, you like the future for you was doing music heavy at the time. The future for you was wide open and that person had a narrow drive and that made them kind of motivated directly. But I don't think their moralities was different. I just think I think if they were like a regular student and not on that path, they would have the same experience you had.
My brother. I was a college athlete.
Yeah.
Then I was the leader of damn near everything. My campus life was turned. Her campus life was
Studies.
exactly. You feel what I'm saying? She was
Yeah. But I'm saying
So
that's
it's
because
like-
of the path, not really the morality. Cause
I think that involves
you,
morality.
you see what
no?
I'm saying? Like what I was
Yeah.
doing on the weekend and what she was doing on the weekend
Yeah.
was real different.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm
that's
saying?
heavily morally influenced though, because she knows she had something specific she was trying to attain, and that
Exactly.
meant that she had to stay focused. And morality that plays a huge.
yeah, I
part in
get,
that.
but I'm saying in morality, I think if not given the drive towards the goal, they would have had the same fun
Bro,
or similar experience.
the
'Cause they
first-
also were part of organization. They also were popping on campus a little,
sure.
not as much as you, but they had a little wave and definitely had a crew of people that had a time.
The first time we met,
Okay, well, this has been your Friend Neighborhood Podcast.
Okay. Okay.
But
How about you? Do you want to answer the question?
out of my league, no. I think very highly of myself, and I believe I was always going to be something and strive towards something. So everyone and I've dated has been on their own, but I don't think anyone's been out of my league. And like, I don't think so. I don't know.
I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
we're not talking about potential. We're not talking about what you think you're going to be in the future. We're talking about you meet a person as you are today,
Right.
and your today self. Have you ever felt like someone that you met was out of your league, not for who you're going to be in the future, for who you are at that moment?
No.
Okay. How about you?
Once.
Mm.
That's actually the reason why we broke up. Was out of the league. Maturity wise, wisdom. You can say financially, dreams, all that. We was just not aligned at that moment. We can see each other like being there, later on, but
Yeah.
not at that moment. Yeah,
So who was up?
he was,
Oh, okay.
and it was the age difference too.
Okay.
So,
How
yeah.
far of a gap?
It wasn't that far, honestly. I believe it was 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
But depending
That's
on
not
what
too
age
crazy.
it was, 5 years could be a long time.
Exactly.
Like 5 years at 18 is a long time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So actually, yeah. So it was at 18 when we met, and then we started dating. I think until like I was 21.
Okay.
But still that age gap.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I feel like I've only experienced that once. And the only reason why, again, explaining the definition of out of my league, she was older than me, but not by much. She's only 2 years older than me. But at the time, she very focused, very goal oriented, very just I'm on a path to go here and this is what I need to do to get here. And I've always been like having a freelance spirit, especially prior to having a family. So it was very much like I'm not worried about like stability in that sense because I know me, I know where I came from, and I know I can get it regardless. I'm not like looking at it in the sense of, oh, I need to go have this job and I need to have this 401k and I need to have this here and I need to do that and this is where I want to be in the next 10 years. Like when I was younger, the next 10 years, baby, you'll be lucky if I know what I'm doing in the next 10 days, okay? What are you talking about? Because I'm having fun. And she was planning for future and I'm like, girl, I don't even know if we finna be together for the future, but you can keep planning now. Like, I'm just being honest. That's how I was. And I just felt like she deserved somebody who was on her level, who was interested in the same things that she was interested in, because that wasn't the lifestyle. Like, I wasn't looking to settle down. I wasn't looking to get married. I wasn't looking to build a future together. Like, if it happens, it happens, but I wasn't actively planning for it. So I feel like she was the only person that I've ever dated that was out of my league in that sense. Because, like, we just was not on the same level at all. Yeah.
I mean, but that's okay though.
Oh, for sure.
There was some point of like a meeting point. That's why you guys were together.
Yeah. Very much. That's hilarious, actually. But yeah, it was the ex that went to y'all school. But
Who school? Bloom?
yeah,
Who? We can bleep it.
the girls,
that's crazy.
obviously the girls basketball team.
Damn, I never knew that. I don't even know who that is though. That's crazy.
But yeah, it was just like
10,000
not-
students.
we not finna like make this a thing. But the craziest part is when it came time, like it was a girl that came along and I seen the way she looked at her. I was like, that's the one. You gonna marry her. Like off the first day I met her, no cap, they engaged now. No cap. I'm never wrong.
Are you serious?
I'm never wrong. Like the first day I seen this girl, I was like, oh, y'all gonna get married. Do you see the way she look at you? And she's like, no, I'm not like we cool. I'm like, no, she wants you bad. And I was just like, girl, you got my blessing. You can have, cause I'm not, this is not going to work. Like we don't want the same shit, but you clearly do. And I really wish the best for y'all.
So you used to be up Bloom,
A couple times, not too much.
and you never came by the crib.
By whose crib?
Come on.
She's a girl's girl.
Whose crib?
I was that guy in school who's had like
Whose
it's not
crib?
far fetched.
You ain't seen the videos?
Hear me out.
If there was
Whose
a function
crib?
going on in
Like,
Bloomsburg,
Did you see the videos?
Whose
Have you seen the videos?
Like whose videos?
What our house looked like? Did you see it?
Hear me out. When I say like I don't know if you feel like it's an exaggeration of like this is the first man that I've been with in an extremely like we're talking about like like what's this? 2024.
He talking more on a party aspect. He talking more about
Either
lit.
way, it don't
Yeah,
matter.
don't
When
feel-
I was
don't-
wherever
I don't
I'm at,
see
I'm
her
with
going
women.
to a party.
No,
Period.
no, I'm
It's-
trying to say
no,
we had
it's
a house
nothing but
full of
women.
women like
Yeah,
Tila
it's
to
nuts.
Like it was like
I'm crying.
it
No,
was.
I get what you saying, but I get what she don't give me that type of vibe that's gonna walk up in a party because there's a whole bunch of bitches in there. She gonna like set up a little pop out, a little joint in somebody's room and there's
It was a
bitches
different-
there.
It was some, yeah, it was a whole nother.
Like it's not.
It was a whole nother side.
Y'all having
yeah,
y'all party, I'm gonna have my party. Like
Oh,
type
okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
haha.
Cause your friends was in the function,
Yeah.
so it's like, where was you?
Again, alignment. I don't got no business over here.
That would have been crazy.
I don't got no. I do
That would've
not
been-
show up where I do not belong.
That would have been crazy.
I don't got
You would have
no-
belonged.
I would not.
It would have been a.
I would not.
He had his own room. It would have been a whole room for you.
For
She was
what?
strictly bitches.
For who?
That would have been
It
a
was
bad.
no need. It was no need. Yeah.
I don't know. I seen magic happen in that house.
No, not.
That's why I
Well-
looked at you. I was like, what?
Well, speaking of magic happening, we're gonna get right into some black girl magic. Shout out to our, our presidential candidate Kamala Harris. And I had a question for. We got a lot of women in the room today too. I wanted to see how everyone felt
We
about.
gonna do this. We doing politics, huh? This what we doing?
Skip.
Is all the women in here? Are y'all
Let's
all
get-
straight? Like
No.
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 Skip.
What?
So y'all
was
all
crazy.
deal with women as well.
Yes.
Is it-
Patreon.
Is
Go
it
ahead.
true that like women move faster
Yes.
than men? So it's like
Absolutely.
And what aspect are you saying?
All
like
of it. It
fall
don't
in
matter
love
what he
faster,
mean.
like wanna you mean
Yeah,
get
moving
all-
together,
get
yes. They-
events deep,
Yes.
all that.
Lesbians
Yes.
are married
Yes.
literally within the
Fast,
first
right?
year.
Yes.
They be with all that. That's what I heard, but I just wanted to clarify. My
Yeah.
fault, Kamala.
See, I go both ways, so I can't.
So you wouldn't consider yourself a lesbian?
No.
Okay, okay.
No, I like dick.
I'm a
Fuck,
bisexual,
like,
for
Okay,
I
let's
know,
get into it.
yeah.
Okay.
Bisexual for sure. Dick and
Yeah.
pussy is
Dick and
fine
pussy.
with me.
Yeah.
What do you prefer?
Dick.
Dick.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay,
At
okay.
the end of the
What
day, I want dick.
what brought you to that? What brought you to that?
Sorry.
Like
What? Like.
What I grew
that
up
you
on.
knew for sure that what I want is like that's what I want. You feel what I'm saying?
I think it was the emotional aspect to it. Honestly, females are complicated beings. I love them, but it's a lot. It's a lot to carry on, and I know for me, I can't take that. So I need a man to put me in check all the time. Like not all the time, but like in certain points. I don't want to always feel like I have to flip the script with a female or whatever. I have to be the male counterpart or whatever the case may be. I want to have like my soft girl era, like all that stuff. So with a male, it's a little different. But I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean, because I was gonna let you
No,
cook,
it
but,
ain't.
I'm just saying. it's for me. For me.
So what we
yes,
think?
and I agree with your experience
I
being
do.
yours.
I do understand.
Magic
that.
seemed like she got something to
But
say.
yeah, I'm kind of in the middle of that. I do prefer dick, but men are just as well bitches just as well as a female would. So at this point, just speaking for me, I'm at this point in my life that I'm not really going to say no to any type. Like
Just
if
make
a
sure you got
female
that book
comes up
bag.
to me, oh yeah, for sure. If a female come up to me, then yeah, we could rock it out like that. But if a guy come up to me, we could rock it out like that. I'm not saying no, cause y'all both align as bitches to me.
Damn, I thought she was about to.
I thought it was about to get deep.
Because at the end of the day,
She
both
started
of y'all
talking
can
about
just, like-
alignment.
No, I feel like I feel the complete opposite, and I'm glad that you brought that up because I feel like that's a great conversation to have. A lot of times when women say that they are more interested in men because they feel like men offer that safe space and allow them to be vulnerable and allow them to live in their divine feminine, I pose a question like, have you never been around a man who is the complete opposite? Because there are plenty of men who do not provide a safe space for women to be feminine and then wonder why they have a more masculine presenting woman. And also, why do you feel like just because you're in a relationship or in dealings with a woman that there has to be someone who is masculine? Because two feminine women can coexist.
That is true.
That'd probably be crazy.
I know
Shout
it
out to
sounds
all the-
far
Yeah,
fetched.
that's what I'm
Shout out to all the
like.
men that
I
make
know,
that happen.
I know it sounds
The
far
ones
fetched,
that-
but
in
it's
feminine
real true.
relationships.
It's,
Like,
it's true.
I've actually just started, like, not just, but like, I just started dating masculine men closer to my, women to my like adult years. Like all of the women that I've dealt with were femmes. I've always dealt with feminine women, so like they look like me. Like we all hair, makeup. Like well, I ain't
There's
wear
no
makeup, but, like,
type of clash, no
It's
competitiveness,
more,
nothing like.
Why are we
it's more like
competing?
best
See,
friends.
but nah,
That's
Sim,
why
at
would you
the end of the
consider
day,
your
it's
energy
females.
feminine though?
Hell no.
It's like
I'm
friends and lovers, like,
extremely masculine in my
we-
energy.
For
I have
sure.
feminine
I don't
ways,
know.
but I'm. And me and I just talked about this with my therapist yesterday. He even asked, he's like, do you feel like you present as dominant in most areas in your life? Absolutely.
For sure, but that means you countered. Like if you was dealing with feminine women and you have more of a masculine characteristic, y'all, that's
But
balanced.
I didn't, it wasn't because I'm with a feminine woman. That's because it's who I am. So that would be like me trying to change who I am because I'm with someone. You know what I mean? Like that had nothing to do with the other. That's just how I am as a person.
But don't you feel that you
Okay.
attracted that person because of the fact that you are dominant and the
that
other
bit.
person's submissive?
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily, because you would have to even get to know me to know that I'm dominant. I'm very
It don't
strategic
take
in the
long.
way, but hear me out. If you are not someone that I want you to know me, you won't know me. So upon meeting, like if I'm not giving you entryway, you won't have anything.
But isn't that characteristic dominant?
It is.
So that right there, I already know
But
you're
I'm still,
dominant because
I'm
you're
still
not trying to.
choosing. No, you
She
won't know that
talking.
though.
Well,
You won't know
she
that.
talking.
I
You
get what
won't
you're
know
saying,
that.
but
You
off
see
the
what I'm
look,
talking
I get what you're
about?
saying, but
Okay.
off the look and seeing, you're not going to
won't
automatically
know
be
that
like,
unless I
she's
want you to
dominant. You're
know
going to
that.
automatically think like, oh, she's a girl's girl.
If
But then you
anything
walk up
happened-
to her and she
Exactly.
she starts talking, you be
I'm
like, oh,
basing how
shit.
I respond to you
Okay.
on
It's
what I
not-
see.
Okay.
Like, do I want to give you this version or do I want to give you this? Like, that's all up to me though, and you won't know the difference either way.
But I still feel like energy attract energy, so you don't gotta say nothing. You could be who
A
you
lot of the
with.
times that's true if you are aligned with yourself in order to align with other people. Some people
Yeah.
are still sitting here lost. So we're not going to match energies if you don't even know where your energy is coming from.
Agreed.
I agree.
Agreed. Because I come off as dominant, but I'm the submissive as a
Oh, yeah.
motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
puppy.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cute.
wow, you guys are great,
happened to
man. I
Kamala?
loved how y'all just got out. Yeah, I was coming back.
Oh,
I forgot.
scared.
I was coming back. So
Y'all wanna talk
no,
about-
we ain't skipping. We
I
talking about a black woman becoming the president of the United States potentially,
Ooh.
and that fact being I'm talking more about the response. Soon as she got announced, she'd have been called a slut, a hoe. She is not good for this. She
They brought
is
up all her
overqualified.
deeds.
She's
They said she
underqualified.
did, but
She
they-
slept her way to the top.
They brought up
She-
everything.
Judge Joe Brown talking, and it's a lot of people that look like us
No,
saying these
Judge
things.
Joe Brown chewed her.
What she say? What'd he say?
What did the judge say? I'm not voting for her. That's a hoe. She been fucking since she got here.
I don't really know.
That's what Joe Brown said?
With her,
You know, when you get to
sexual-
that fraternity sorority beef and on look and thoughts, it kind of comes into I don't know how
Judge
much.
Joe
of-
Brown, the nigga that got his show.
Yes,
Said
yes.
Yes.
I don't know what her sexual history has to do with her ability to do whatever it is that she does, but I do want to say that even when she was announced as vice president, let's not act like people were so gung-ho and to embrace her because, yeah, let's remember her past was brought up as to how she has incarcerated whatever. The point is, there's been plenty of talks before she has been elected
Yeah.
as a presidential candidate. So
They bringing
Right,
up
but
her fraud case.
For
But,
me,
I
even
said,
bringing that up,
Bringing up her fraud case. when
bringing
y'all
up
got
any
Donald
of
Trump.
that in this moment when you're going against a convicted felon, when the previous person incarcerated way more people than she ever did, created laws that is still in place today. So, and before that, Obama was the drone. Hey, that's my man. That's the drone king, though. Everybody has different things about them in certain ways, but I'm saying for this woman, it has been more of a kind of similar to what they did to Hillary too, and where the critique comes from in a sense. Whenever anybody brings up her time as a district attorney and what she did for that, again, to me, that's somebody on a path to this journey. Yeah, I don't agree with what you were doing at the time, but your journey led you to do those things. That is part of who you are. There's not too many black people in any high-ranking official that didn't have to step on some niggas to get there, and that's part of her journey. But when you at the job she's at today, the one she's going for today, that's a small, minute fact into where we're going to in the future. Again, one has an idea, one has to answer for certain things, and again, as the community, we need to kind of come together and make sure we get things out of these candidates. But for what is going on that Trump campaign side, because again, on that, it's a lot of people saying it's probably 2025, and now he's not officially endorsing it, but his whole cabinet, his whole team, over 1,000 people of Trump's whole campaign from 2016 have wrote this proposal. So this ain't like people I don't know them. No, these my folks. So that is real things going on in the country, and even for the fact of the matter, for me, the making anything absolute power, kind of when you go back to Star Wars, for me, like that's like some Sith shit. You dealing absolutes, and we give a whole Republican. Damn, I almost forgot the. Somebody help me out real quick. What's it called? Senate? No,
House?
not the no.
Congress?
Nope.
Supreme Court?
Supreme Court. If you have the whole Supreme Court Republican and they're pushing their ideals, and the goal is to start repealing some of these things, some of these civil rights acts that our grandparents fought for, their parents fought for, and a lot of the things for them is they trying to say they aren't constitutional based on stuff when we were slaves. So it's a certain thing going in this country to where I kind of want people to catch more of the bigger picture than the small fact of the matter of what someone did to get to where they got, because they all have a past like that.
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think that's gonna harm her running or anything. Like,
Oh, it is. If you niggas don't vote, it is.
I mean, I get that, but did you see how much she raised in a day of becoming a candidate?
That ain't shit. Trump did that the same day he got convicted.
Trump is a white supremacist. Okay.
That's why he might win.
At the end of the day, we
I don't
kind of
think-
knew this was gonna happen.
Everybody knew. Joe was legit sleep at the podium.
He really was asleep, and but unfortunately, fortunately for us, unfortunately, depending on what side you're on, we already knew what was gonna happen. You already know. Okay, Joe is our president. Kamala's the vice president. Unfortunately, Joe is a little bit older. He's been having all these, medical problems.
Yep.
God forbid, if something happens to Joe, obviously Kamala is going to have to take over. So you talking about, I don't want Kamala as the president, this and that. You should have thought that beforehand when you voted for Joe, because she was on the same team at the end of the day.
Yep.
Now, do I agree with all the shit that she did when she was in the DA's office?
don't really give a fuck.
No, I don't. Am I going to vote for her because of the fact that she's a woman? No. Am I going to vote for her because she's black? No. Is it great the fact that she's a black woman? Yes. But there's certain things that I don't agree with her, but at the same time, you have to look at the bigger picture. Mm-hmm. I don't agree with the shit with Trump. At the same time, I'm not a Republican. I am going to side with the Democrats. And then also at the end of the day, Kamala has more experience. Trump doesn't. You already saw what Trump did. You already see what he's doing now. Okay. Don't you want a different side of the story? Do you want this to continue with our people, black? And I'm Haitian, so I'm getting double the dose. So I have to look at the bigger picture with immigration, I'm a teacher as well, so with the education system. So there's a lot of things that you have to see as the bigger picture. It's not only because she's a woman that she's black, this and that, or what she did in the DA's office. You have to look at the bigger picture.
Honestly, if you even read Act 235, you should already be like, I'm just gonna vote for her regardless. Cause like, did you read what that shit said? It's taking everything. Like, it's taking everything.
It won't be as two teachers sitting there. It won't be no more Department of Education. So how do you think?
Welfare out the
Former
window.
Teacher, former
So-
educator.
So if she locked up
Government
or she
assistance out
convicted
the
2,000
window.
niggas, y'all, that's cool. Like,
How many Joe did?
What'd you say?
we just gonna look past that. She
Did she-
convicted like 1,945 niggas.
How many did
and-
Rick Ross convict? And we still blasted his music to this day.
We
Rick
don't
Ross
blast
was
shit.
a freaking. He was a cop. That's
He
not the
was-
same
he was a-
thing.
he-
She was
he
a
was a cor-
prosecutor.
he's
He's
a
still
correctional
throwing them in there.
Well, he's
That's it.
more
he's just
securing them in
guarding
there.
it.
Regardless.
He guarding the jail. He didn't
Regardless.
put nobody in there.
Regardless.
But you kind of started the process as Rick Ross because of the fact that he was a cop. You start
Well,
that
not a
process.
cop, correctional officer.
Correctional
He's
officer.
already in the
officer.
jail. Like, he's just patrolling the jail. He don't got nothing to do with it.
But we don't even have to go to Ross.
She is a prosecutor, meaning she is the reason why they are.
Tell me one prosecutor who has not done that.
That's not the
No, it is the
That is the
point.
point.
It's
That
the
is
job,
the
bro. That my whole
So
point
if your
is
job is to
she
put-
did her job. So I'm saying you're the last president you voted for, set up the initiatives that she then enforced. Then what? Again, before that, everyone has been hard on crime as part of how you get to be a presidential candidate. Like, again, certain things, like, again, I don't agree with the policies. I don't agree with none of that shit. But it was somebody, but again, I don't agree with the job of going to be a president. I will never run for office. These are things that I don't align with because the system was not made for me. But for somebody who tries to go in and adjust the system and fight through it, it might be a certain way. Hey, if you wanted to be president one day at a part in that job, they might say, hey, they're going to look at this and, hey, you're too good. You're too for black people. That can be a thing.
Sure.
You're too for black people, and we got to balance this out. So I'm saying, and anything bringing that up in this convo to me is diminishing what we talking about. So that is the past. This is somebody who is did that to be where they are. If you want to, again, Trump has called. I just don't want to get into why we got an actor as president in certain situations. I understand how this country works and how everything goes on. That's what I'm saying. It ain't nothing more than just somebody doing their job.
So if your job was to be a prosecutor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would never be.
But if it so happened that was your job, right?
Hypothetically, yep.
Hypothetically, would you convict 2,000 niggas?
If I had
or
to?
would you be trying to find ways to, like,
if I have to and they put in a battery in my back, I'm convicting all 2,000 of you niggas.
Damn.
You tripping. You're tripping. It's your life or mine. I have to fucking do what I have to do. I'll help you out later.
But she's speaking to the real fact of somebody on their journey. Back to what we were talking about earlier. She was on a journey to me. This might have been her dream as a little kid. And on that dream, this is a stepping stone to get there. I didn't make the laws, these niggas. I didn't make the situation in the worst. In fact, I came into it and I did my job.
And
that's all they required of me.
Now, if you,
but don't you have to be a certain type of person to be that person?
But what you mean?
Yeah.
You have to, like, first of all,
you have to become a certain type of person.
Right. You have
that's
to
anybody in politics though. So like that's any level. You have to be a certain or you have to become a certain type of person to reach this level, to do this job. Nobody comes out of this untouched.
Starting at mirror.
Barack Obama didn't convict nobody.
Please.
To become president.
There's a lot of dirt on his name too. They just don't talk about it.
As the president, for sure. But I'm talking about
what do you mean?
When it was as he was becoming
about.
president. No, we talking about she's not president.
I mean,
yet.
as Barack was becoming president, they
But my
said he
point
wasn't
is-
even from here.
My point is, when I'm saying it doesn't matter what level. I'm saying being in any office, being in any part of the government in general, you have to do a job that you may or may not want to do. And you signed up for that job once you decided to run for any candidacy.
Yeah.
So you've right there made a commitment to become something that you know that later on down the line you might not agree with. But that's the job you chose to sign up for.
You ever heard there's no such thing as a good cop?
It isn't.
Why?
Damn sure ain't no such thing as a good politician, I'll tell you that
the
much.
point is,
At
why is there no such thing as a good cop? Because even if you are walking your beat and doing the best for our people,
complicit.
you are complicit in turning your eye in the fact that what's going on to your left. So in any of these roles, they're not meant for a person like me. I love my people too much. But if you in your own mind and your journey saw that, hey, me getting to this Barack's journey is my face is the hope for you and you and you and you because I did it. No matter how I got there. And that's the same thing for Kamala. And she's a woman. So, Barack might have got there without having to be hard on niggas. That woman had to be hard on niggas, probably.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
It's
I
hard
don't
on black
now if
men,
you
but
want to
it
get
is
to did she
hard.
take
It's
enjoyment
double-
from
yeah,
it?
double
Did she
negative.
smile in her
Yes.
photos?
Yeah.
Did she love everything she did? Yes, but that is also part of the role. Until she gets out of this, and pretty much we learned who Obama is once his last day in office took place. You learned that man is somebody, again, you might love the basketball thing, but he's somebody that enjoys privacy. He don't want you to see him at all, really.
Yeah.
You don't hear, and you know he about that bag in real life.
Yeah.
That man Netflix deals is on and on and on. But as a
Yeah.
president, you didn't hear about that. And his campaign run, you didn't hear about him tough on bread. But hey, guess what? He go get every check he can get. That's my point. And then she's still on the journey, so let Pam get to the journey. And then you judge the stepping stone he took in place and tell me if it had to be taken. But you can't tell me somebody who does this plight. Name me another woman that got there.
So
Even if you bring up Hillary in this, she was.
the plight of being a black woman in office in general is something that's going to be like this is
Shit, Bill Clinton.
this election alone is going to be one of the most historical elections that
for
has
sure.
ever happened.
For sure.
Simply because this woman, whether you like her or not, it's the simple fact that she's fighting so many different things. She's fighting the people who don't want a woman in office. She's fighting the people who don't want black people in office.
Yep.
She's fighting the people who
A
don't want
black
a black
woman.
woman in office. She's fighting so many things. She's fighting the people who don't want a Democrat in office. She's fighting the people
She
who
don't have
don't
any
like
kids.
people who. Listen, it's
That too.
it's so many different areas that she's being attacked, regardless of anybody's personal opinion. Because y'all know how I feel about politics. I ain't even getting into none of this shit. But the point is, the person that you have standing before you that's representing a Democrat Party that people are already looking at to be blindly voted for. Y'all gotta understand this narrative. It don't matter whatever is going on, who's on that ballot. I need y'all to blindly vote Democrat. Then you got people who are looking at this like, this is the dumbest shit I ever heard. If you don't know about politics at all, stay the fuck out the booths. Who's going to stay out the booths? The fucking Democrats. How is this going to work? How is we about to get it? Like, this shit is dumb. This shit is dumb. Do y'all think y'all got a choice?
Like a choice in what?
This in general, because this
No.
question is in general, like in life. But do you think you have a choice for
No.
this whole
No.
election? Do you think you have a choice?
No.
Even
Yes.
with you going
No.
into the
Yes.
wait, hold on. Even with you going into the booth and pressing whatever button, that red or blue, do you think you got a choice?
I think you have a choice. I think you always have a choice in how things go, and the decision to have a choice or to not have a choice makes a difference on whether you actually have a choice.
Right, and you said a whole bunch of nothing. I need you to answer the question directly. Do you think
Yeah.
you have a choice?
That's what I'm saying. Like the way that you have a choice isn't just by one singular choice though, especially in politics. You have a
Right.
choice by a group of people saying we have a choice.
Okay. So I say no
Mm-hmm.
because half of us don't even understand that the electoral college, the electoral votes, that
There you
that
go.
whole freaking group right there, it's a small percentage of us. So even if like
Well, no, they're already they're elected officials who vote for the electoral
Yes.
college.
And
So those votes vote for the president. The popular vote goes with that, but they can go against the popular vote whenever they choose.
anytime, and that
So,
will
that's
be
the
our
choice.
vote, and that's what I'm saying. So yeah, you might have a choice to go to the vote, go to the polls and put your little shit in, but y'all not going to the actual polls that really matter. The shit with senators, the shit with the electoral, like the shit that we really need to change and people need to change. Y'all all worried about the fucking president. I get it. It's the president. He's running the country. But at the
Or
end of
she.
the day,
They're
Or
the
she.
face of the country.
well, they're the face of the country. But you still got the other electoral places and
Other elections that go on that can better
y'all
help
don't do
support
shit.
to where we get here.
So the question was only for the presidential election.
Well, to start there, because we're talking about politics, but it was more so in life. Do you really feel like you have a choice?
Okay.
Yeah. So like, to what Magic was saying, like, you definitely have a choice. Like, the presidential election is like the last rung on the ladder. If you didn't make none of the other choices all the way up to that, it doesn't matter what you do at that point. I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter as much. Like, you get the choice, and I think the same thing in life. Like, you get the choice by taking control of the smaller things,
Making
and then,
constant choices.
you feel what I'm saying?
That makes sense. That makes sense. How about you?
So the reason why I said that you have a choice, yes, you have a choice of going to the polls and voting. However, do I believe it will make a difference? No. I don't think it's going to make a difference, unfortunately. And just to piggyback what you were saying, the smaller elections do make a difference. People don't pay attention to the small elections. People don't pay attention to your city's mayor. The people don't pay attention to who's the House of Representatives. Those are the ones that actually matter. Those are the ones that actually are running this country, not the president. The president is just the face of it. So do I feel like my vote is going to make a difference? No. Do I feel like I have a choice? Yes. You always have a choice. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, last thing I'll say on that is, and also what we were talking about is great and all, but still go vote. The popular vote still matters, because if things do go a certain way in this country, you want it to be that, the majority of people wanted this person to be president. If you don't go vote and it's a landslide, it don't matter what the electoral college do, because it's can align with what they want to go on.
I do
So,
agree.
hey, go vote. Go make your decision.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm like
different
that
year.
place. Please go vote. Like
I
I
do agree
say,
on
make a
that.
choice, but
Do-
please make a
do
choice
go
when
vote.
you're at the booth. Go vote. That's
And
what I'm
again,
saying. Go
and-
vote.
And anybody know me, no, this ain't my wave, ain't my thought. But when you learn about somebody and you learn about what's going on with the Supreme Court and what just happened with Roe v. Wade and these things, and giving somebody complete autonomous control over something, pretty much, and a party alignment with a party president, that is going to be hard for people to live for next 4 to however many years, depending on what they change, appeal, add. So go vote to stop that. I don't even care care about where you at in certain things if this late in the game. Just don't give anyone the complete control to do whatever they want.
Yo, also too, I don't know if this is true. I got fact check it, but I seen on Instagram, they said that.
You lost me when you said I found it on Instagram.
Yeah, the video looked real compelling, which made me have to look this up after I leave here. But it said that Kamala, she convicted 1,940 something people, but only 43 of them people actually went to jail. Like, which makes a huge difference in how they spin the whole thing. So that's something I have to look into. But also, yeah, don't take everything that you hear as law. Do your own research.
Yeah, definitely
Facts.
educate yourself on, Kamala and on Trump as well, and then also on who's going to be the vice president on Kamala's side. And I forgot his name. Stan Van. I don't know. No, Vance, whatever. The vice president for the VP for nomination for Trump. So yeah, of course, like educate yourself and see who they really are about, but not educate yourself on TikTok and Instagram. Use other platforms. I'm old school, so read a book.
Nah,
Watch
facts.
the news.
And speaking of watching the news,
Now,
and-
I was with you until you said watch the news, because you know that shit is nothing but propaganda. And if this not even about to turn into one of them fucking podcast episodes today, because I was sitting here trying to be quiet, okay? I was sitting here trying to let y'all cook. Please don't get me started.
right. So on to trying not to get things started. Anybody seen LeBron James as like the man of the Olympics in this current situation and is like carrying the flag? Like again, as somebody who's not the most patriotic feeling nigga ever. Seeing LeBron hold the flag across the drone looking like George Washington, nigga, that shit felt like good as black people. Like, and again, I know we've been entertained for this country, we've been I know that, but still, the optics. My kid seeing a black man running, looking like he is the president of the United States, looking like he just sailed across the water.
Feeling it.
You wasn't feeling it?
I wasn't feeling it. Like, it's cool and all. LeBron is a billionaire though. He's a person that fully capitalized off America. But if you look, or if you an outside perspective, like LeBron carrying the flag, they got it together for black people. Like, it's not the case. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Everything you gotta look at with a little side eye, like,
Yeah,
and
of course.
not for nothing. Sports in general, like especially as it pertains to like the NFL, but sports and basketball, sports in general, like this, y'all, like, I know y'all know how this shit even started. I know y'all know how that shit even became what it is as it pertains to our community and what it is that we do and who we do it for. Like, are y'all fucking serious? Are y'all fucking serious? Stop that dumbass shit, yo. Stop. Cause like, what part of literally when whatchamacallit, what's his name? Boy who's with eyebrow girl. What's her name?
Eyebrow girl.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know who eyebrow girl is.
You're
Let me keep it a
not
bean.
talking about Murray, not
Brittany Griner?
No, oh my
No.
gosh, what's wrong with her eyebrows? No,
No.
I don't know what. I don't know
The
what
guy
going on.
who beat up allegedly his white girlfriend now is with the black girl with the eyebrows. What the fuck? I can't think of neither one of the names
The guy
right
who
now.
beat up. Oh, you talking about the actor?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Yes,
Jonathan
Jonathan
Majors.
Majors.
Yeah, what's her name?
Megan
Goddamn
Good.
Megan. Look, I just had a complete mind
Megan
fart.
Good got eyebrows?
She got microbladed eyebrows. Yeah,
she got.
Oh, they look nice.
they look the same because she can't change her expression. But anyway,
What does that mean? Like, they
Yeah.
stuck
like
there?
they tattooed,
Like,
so like
they're-
she can't change her facial
they're
expression because her eyebrows is one way.
Why would she do that?
Corner like that.
that's-
That's microblading. That's a
that's-
lot of girls is getting in them.
Yeah, that's
That's-
They,
That's-
y'all get your eyebrows tatted on?
no.
No.
Yeah,
I
no.
So like
I
Mine
know
is
people
hair.
that do.
Like this is hair.
This is
No, I got a
all
real
hair.
question though. Like, have y'all ever thought about getting like any type of
No
change to
cosmetic,
your
no,
body?
absolutely
Any type
not.
of
No.
never
Absolutely
ever.
not.
So you don't even feel the wave. Like, you don't know
Absolutely
where them
not.
girls
If
come
Why
I
from.
want the
First of
change,
all-
I'll do the change myself.
Yeah, if
Damn
I want
right.
to change, I'll eat or
Eat
work
different,
out.
yeah.
I'm way
I'll
too-
So
do
y'all
some-
anti BBLs?
Duh.
Yes.
For me, like if that's
I'm
what you want to do with
heavy.
your body, I'm not a BBL hater.
I'm heavy anti-BBL.
I'm not- no.
I'm not gonna say.
Looking at the way that I care about my body and the
No.
things, but realistically though, like I can't promote holistic health and wellness and then
Yeah.
turn
then
around
turn around, get a
and get a
BBL.
fucking surgery and lay on the table. That's crazy as hell. Like I don't believe in cosmetic surgery at all. For me, I don't. If that's something you want to do, by all means, I'm not trying to steer you in another direction unless you ask me my opinion. Then that's something different. But like. No, that doesn't make sense. Like, if I don't like something about myself that bad, I'm going to work to change it. But realistically, I feel like, have you seen me? Like, why would I
So y'all never felt no pressure to
Hold on,
like,
can I ask
get
one
a bigger
question?
No
ass?
pressure.
Can I ask one question? How we got from LeBron to BBL?
Cause fuck that.
Because the
no,
two B's. It was
But no,
BB.
no. I don't know how he got there where I was going with Jonathan Majors.
She
I
was
don't know
talking
how the fuck we
You
got.
started talking about
I
Megan
said,
Good.
I was
talking about
saying,
Megan
I
Good's
said,
eyebrows.
Jonathan Majors
Yeah.
by Megan Good's eyebrows, and he said, "Oh, I didn't know girls was getting tattoos." Then he asked about like wanting to change
Microblade and then
himself.
BB. Yeah.
That's how we got there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So y'all skipping into some topics I got to talk about also.
Point blank is I don't give a fuck about no shucking and jiving. So no, I don't want to see none of that shit
Yeah, I'm
from
good.
football, from basketball, from
I'm not
Olympics,
doing it
from
to
any of that
myself.
shit.
Nah, fuck it. I got y'all. I was trying to be like
I'm
her
not
with
gonna
Brian,
do
but
it.
y'all, I guess we not going with Brian. So we gonna go to BBL. Back to the BBL situation we were talking about. Did you bring up the Dream Down interview or Safari?
I
What
didn't
they
watch
talked
it.
about?
No.
Okay, so both a couple people are saying that the BBL wave is over and
It
everyone
been
is
over. Take
pretty
that shit out.
pretty much are trading their BBLs for Ozempic, and
Oh my
that
gosh. The
it
addicts,
is
fucking
now-
addicts, one drug to the next. I'm sick
Now-
of this country. I'm sick of it.
and now
Get me the fuck out of here.
and Safari is saying the same thing that everyone's preferring a slimmer woman. So as some slimmer women here we have today, do you think that is?
I'm finally in that category now. No, last year I wasn't. Like, I was big, so this is
How big? How
excitement.
big is big?
Girl, how big I was.
She wasn't huge, but she definitely had slimmed down.
How'd you do it?
Took out alcohol, took out
Bad vibes.
bad vibes, bad dick, bad pussy.
Oh,
Damn.
Okay, so when you
Imagine
go,
how
You
your
lost
life
some weight.
changed.
you wanna know
I
what's
was
crazy?
eating right.
I've been actually going around and asking people like, when you go through shit, do you gain the weight or do you lose
Lose,
the weight?
yeah, it's
Because when
different
I
for
go
some
through
people.
shit, I lose weight. I
Yeah.
get like pick. But I know people that get big.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So you get big when you go
I get
through shit.
big. Yeah.
I get like a pick. I look
No,
like I'm
I'll
about to
eat
die.
my feelings away.
Hey,
Yeah.
Nah, I won't.
Hey, yo.
I'll be sitting there.
I feel like on the topic though, I do feel like for me and the way I operate, slim has always been in. I have never once felt the need to be pressured into wanting to change my body because of there's thicker women naturally or enhanced walking around here. Because at the end of the day, you like we not what he said, they not like us. We are not the same.
So y'all don't feel like Corey Ray, where she's like, "That's crazy. Y'all made fun of me for being skinny my whole
I
life."
felt like
the last
that my
5
whole
years
life,
in the
I
right?
feel
media.
like
And
I
now-
definitely can understand where she's coming from, but I would never be the person to say it because I don't
Okay.
give a fuck that much. Like I don't care. I think even when it comes down to just being weird or being eccentric, like all of that at one point that used to be something to be ridiculed for, and now it's something everybody aspires to be.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a weirdo. Oh, but like when y'all was calling me weird back then, y'all was trying to insult me. Like
Yeah.
I was like, oh
People
my
was calling
gosh,
you a
I
weirdo?
can't.
I do agree on
Like,
that because when
yeah,
I was younger,
I've always been weird
with the
because
glasses.
my style has, I've never changed. I've always been different in everything that I've done. So different meaning like you were over here doing this while I was on my own wave. I was doing my own thing and I was never conforming to what anybody else was supposed to be.
So
and
when
that's-
was niggas calling you weird?
you said when?
When? At what point in time? Like
In
at
a
what?
sense-
Like
It
middle
was
school,
when-
high school,
yeah.
like when it was weird to be weird.
Yeah.
Like but I've never changed. So my weird is who I am
But
now.
what's weird? Like the like be like what
the
about the
Literally
whole?
everything,
So-
like my whole
Anything.
personality, like
because
everything.
of the day and age that we're in, this is not weird. But
Right.
back then, this would be
I
weird.
super weird. Like I got pictures of me wearing shit like this in
This would
fucking
be
high
weird
school.
back
Like
then.
The thing
Yeah,
of what we are
yeah,
talking
that's-
about is back in the day there was normalcy. So like there was an idea that
Yeah.
everyone had to follow a normal wavelength.
prime example,
There are-
sneakers. I've never been like. We got matching sneakers. Like I've never did that with nobody. I never wore sneakers. That was not my thing. I was in heels. I was in fucking like literally. I wore heels to school. Like it was on some like, oh, who the fuck she thinks she is? Why she got heels on in school?
Yeah.
Cause I can. Fuck is you talking about? Like, and what else do we need? Like that's what I'm saying. Like I've always been on my own wave. I've
Yeah.
always done my own thing. So now that people are finding individuality and it's not weird anymore to be yourself, it's like, oh yeah, I do this and I'm different and I'm that. Like,
Yeah.
okay, but
Everybody
I don't
wanna be
feel
different now.
necessary to go on Instagram and be like, oh, now you bitches think weird is cool. Like, I don't give a fuck what you bitches think. So I'm not about to go ahead and go on the internet and say that shit. I do feel where Koi is coming from because yeah, there's been a long time that, and when thicker women enter the chat and they're like, well, you know, people have been fat shamed too, and yes, they have, but y'all gotta understand that it's a complete difference when you have a woman being ostracized for her weight for no reason,
And she can't
as
do
it
nothing
being-
about it.
and now, and even in that sense, nobody's just messing with a fat person because they fat. Sometimes it's because you're fat. Shut the fuck up. Sometimes it's because you're fat and mean, and now you're being ostracized because you're mean. And it's like, oh, shut your fat ass up. Who you think you talking to?
Now I gotta
When
say
it
the
comes
obvious
to
fucking
when it comes
thing.
to a lot of
You're
skinny
fat.
people, you're just ostracized off the simple fact that you're skinny. You ain't never even had to open your mouth. It's
What?
like, damn, girl, is you gonna eat or are you gonna stop?
You know how
I
many
think there are
rooms I
similar
done walked in?
Are you
plights.
gonna stop?
There are similar
No,
plights.
no,
There are
you know-
similar plights.
You know how many rooms I done walked in and they said, "Do you eat?" Yes,
And
I
you know,
eat
when
every
they walk
fucking
in and say,
day.
"Nigga, you need to stop eating." It's a similar. I understand there are different plights, but there's a similarity to it.
Question though, realistically, and not your family, because we all know family can be mean.
Yeah.
Outside of your family, if you're not joking with somebody, has anybody ever come up to you and just called you fat or said some fat
Yes,
shit
I've been
about?
fighting all my life. Well,
been
since
fighting all
I
my
got
life.
fat in like 4th grade. I got fat 4th
Hear me
grade,
out.
5th grade. I fought all the way up.
Hear me out. For no reason, and again,
said
like
you
I
got fat in
said,
fourth
we not.
grade?
Yeah.
You
I
know
met
what
a fat.
caused it?
I met a fat white kid named Lewis.
Hey,
shout out to
yo.
Y'all
Lewis.
started
You
hanging
made,
out?
you made a what?
No, a fat white kid named Lewis, and I never questioned lunches and snacks, right? So I'm in school and this nigga's eating cheesesteaks and I got grandparents who love me, so it's like, yo, can I get some of that? And then yeah, and that was that. Nigga like food.
So you got fat influenced.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
that's a crazy joke. That influence.
Man.
Okay.
See, yeah. See, I understand though, because when I was young, I got picked on for wearing glasses. Like, I can help that.
Yeah.
I got picked
God
on for
forbid
wear-
I want to see.
Like, I
Like,
got picked
what?
on for wearing braces at the time. That everybody, braces and glasses was never a hype. Now it's a huge
Oh, yeah,
fucking
everybody
hype.
wanna wear
I
glasses.
just be looking at people like, you
Can't nobody
really
see now.
Well,
wanna
because the
wear this
internet has
shit?
got rid of normalcy, and that's the point of this conversation a little bit to me. There is no normal way to do it, and when people have these thoughts and notions to where, oh, well, not everyone has a BBL. Some girls have never thought about getting a BBL, so nothing has changed for them. The girls who got a BBL, some of them are not going to get rid of the BBL. There is no more normalcy, so yeah, might be a change right now because there's a new drug on the street, like someone's talking about, and it's very, you can see how easily it's addictive. There's a lot of our celebrities, a lot of people that look way different than how he looked 6 months
They
ago.
look sick.
This
So
is what I
it's a
mean,
different
drug
level
addicts.
of
That looks
knowledge
sick.
and understanding going on, but the choices people are making because it's just something new. Let's let some time play out because BBLs has lasted, nigga. It ain't no.
They lasting. They not that old.
I said has lasted.
That has been a while.
A BBL specifically is not that old. We're not talking about getting ass shots. I'm talking about BBLs. Brazilian butt lifts are significantly new as it pertains to cosmetic
Okay,
surgery.
any
Yeah.
cosmetic surgery towards those areas is what I'm saying.
Do y'all think
BBL
girls
is
get
the
them for
better side.
themselves or do they get them for other people?
They get them
For other
people.
themselves.
For themselves,
both.
to me.
Both. And I'll say indirectly for other people because a lot of times,
Facts,
even if you're getting it
indirectly
for
for other
yourself,
people.
it's because
You
somebody
feel
might have made
insecure.
you feel a certain type of way, and
Yeah.
you're trying to look up a certain part.
For sure.
I mean-
like a lot of people that will go into that, they like you got some people that say they don't like how they look. They want to look a little more like the people online and shit. So yeah, that's full out yourself. But then you have some people that you go out into the world, all you see is people that have BBWs. All you see is the people that you want to approach or be around. All they approach is BBWs. And then it's like you get this sense of insecurity type. And then you be like, fuck it, I'm going to do it.
You know what though, and I feel like for me personally, I feel the exact opposite because like being in certain rooms with like I've been in rooms where it's like I probably was the only natural body there.
no, my
Like,
baby love being the
only natural
eyeball.
face, only natural everything, and it's just like that shit kind of ate me up. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Baby love being
like
the
damn,
eyeball.
all y'all bitches went under the knife. That's crazy work. Like,
But when you speak into what makes people do it, I think heavily has to do with that mirror. Like whenever you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, you're going to do whatever you can to try and change it. And some people are lazy, so they'll do this route. Some people are not, so they'll do this route. But the mirror is the thing that wins at the end of the day. No matter what people are saying on the outside, when you come back home and you look in that thing and you don't like what you see, that's what lets the thought seep into your brain.
So
That's
don't,
what
don't
let,
look in the mirror.
hey yo,
You got-
can't-
you
I'm just
have-
saying,
you
like,
can't
no,
necessarily say
that
that.
ass,
No, I see what you're saying,
like,
though.
I've been
Unfortunately-
fat and then I was skinny, like, but for me, I always had no ass. I've been flat, had a strong ass back since the day I was born. For some reason, I just never could grow ass, but I always got made fun of. I'm like, I never had an ass, this and that, but is that gonna make me feel
go get
get one? No.
Yeah.
Yes, when I look in the mirror, I'm just like, dang, like I really don't have no ass. I'll make fun of myself, like, but at least I got boobs or whatever.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, don't look in the mirror. If that bothers you that much, don't look at it.
that
I
you're
think we gotta
speaking this from a
sometimes-
strong will,
Sometimes
though.
you don't
Yeah,
have to
that's
even look
deep.
into the mirror. Like people really internalize people's perceptions. Like your perception of me, and if you was to give it to me, if
probably
I'm
see
that,
something totally
if
different.
I'm that type of person, I can internalize that and then feel some type of way. Even though I came to you confident,
Yeah, now it's like.
but
damn,
you
hold
then
on.
chewed me out, and I'm like, damn, like, is
I'm drunk.
shit, like, I gotta go change shit, like.
I mean, after
I
the
feel
mirror
like-
for me, it gets to the willpower, what you just talked about. You have the willpower to choose yourself and how you look and how you feel, but some people don't have that willpower. So that's all it takes is enough of what Magic is talking about, and then what JJ was talking about, and then once you get to those different times and different things, and what Sim was talking about, then every little thing anything can kind of break your armor and break your shield, and then you might. Hey, and again, even for those people, some of that shit's expensive. Some people get it a different way. Some of that shows people their drive and determination. The people who got
People that go
BBLs
to
and are now
Mexico?
rappers, people who got BBLs and are now personalities, people that got BBLs and are now this, hey, that was a step for them to become who they wanted to be.
I feel like for me,
I'm not
it's a yeah, for sure. Like, of course, do your own thing. But for me, it's more of a how well do you actually know yourself? Because when you look in the mirror, like, you should see well more than just your physical form. Like, who do you see and hear? Who's talking back to you? Who are you listening to? Like, do you know yourself in that language? Are you grounded for real? Like, because all of that shit don't even matter. Like, you worried about the wrong well-being right now. Like, and I'm like, when you look in the mirror, are you okay with who you see spiritually? Are you okay with who you see emotionally?
Are you
mentally?
okay with the fact that you conform like that?
Not even I'm talking about like
This green in here
pre-surgery.
working, man. I've been trying to have a fun topic the last two, and we ain't. We gonna get some fun in here,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this shit's serious.
Pre-surgery,
This is
though,
a
like-
serious ass group. I'm not used to this shit. I'm over here like, don't say nothing crazy, nigga.
When
Don't.
when you look in the mirror, like, are you okay with your morality? Are you okay with the decisions that you make on a day-to-day basis? Are you okay with the effort that you're putting into your life? Fuck getting a new ass.
Yo,
Yeah.
all this is cool. Everything you talking about
Correct.
is cool, but if you in high school, like, you can say all that, they go, like, you had.
And I still had this mentality in high school,
Yeah, I'm
though.
about
That's
to
what I'm
say, high
saying.
school-
Like,
I feel like
so high school
it-
is a dog eat dog world.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Like, you
different
gotta
when you.
Either you take it or you
You
don't
have to
take
got-
it.
you gotta have tough skin.
You
You're
can
gonna
be
be on
strong
one
in
or
the
the other
spirit
side.
and all that. When you go to class and them niggas drawing, it get.
my clapback's always been crazy.
No.
First of all, let me
like I
tell
said,
you
it's a dog eat dog world. So if you in high school and you're feeling this type of way, either you can toughen the fuck up and start talking the fuck back, or you're going to conform.
That's what I'm-
It's one or
You
the
gonna
other,
have to
especially
Well,
when it
you
comes
gonna
to
have
high
to
school.
learn how
Also,
to
without
I used to get
having-
mixed-
And you got people on you. Talk to your freaking people. Talk to
Right.
your support team.
Again,
like you have a
that
support team that's on your back.
that's
Yeah.
what makes a difference right there. That moment of people who may have to learn to do it themselves from day one and know how to handle anything that comes their way. People who have strong support systems and that help them regain their stuff in those college years. And there's some people with nobody who, I'm alone, nigga. This I don't got no coach. I learned about this. I guess our time. I learned about this from Disney Channel. These kids learn about high school from TikTok.
Yeah.
Like it's a different
That's
thing,
the
and it's
classified
different. It's a
Survivor
different
guide type
world today. So much. No facts. No, that's
shit-
real
yeah.
shit though.
That's real
Like
rap though.
it
And people
it
probably
was
really
shaped.
use that guy too because you don't got nothing.
But
It shaped my whole
that
world at a
goes
point.
back
You get to
to-
But
high
that
school and you
guide
like, oh, this
is
shit is
trash
for
in
poor
high
people.
school. It's
But
trash.
no, but that's when it goes back to having that structure in home, and it's just like okay, prime example. I've been hairy all my fucking life. Still to this day, I
Okay.
don't shave. Like going to fucking school and being like, oh yeah, like yo, you so hairy. All right, fuck you want me to do that shit? Grow up my
Yo.
body. Like what you want me to do about it? Like
People used to pull the back of my shirt down like, damn, all that hair. Fuck you, yo.
Why these kids so mean? Like that's what I'm saying. If you don't learn how to
Mean
build,
all they want to. Can you fight though?
that's what I'm
Can
saying.
fight? That's
You
real
want
rap.
to.
Can
That's
you
really what it comes
You should shut
because
up.
all that
So, yeah.
spirituality and all that is cool,
You
but
wanna
what it
take this
really
book
come down
back?
to is you got to bid or you got to fight. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's tough skin. Cause then you gotta bid, you gotta
Yeah.
fight, or you gotta run.
And I think
And
being
tell.
honestly,
Like,
you can't
us
run.
being
You
from
can't
Philly
run,
is
but you
different.
can run at
Cause
the
we
end of the
going
day.
bid. One thing like we going bid.
you
I
gotta
think,
learn how to bid.
I think being from Philly
But not
definitely.
everybody knows how
Philly's
to.
not a real
Yo,
place.
y'all want me to give y'all a lesson in bid? This is how I made it through.
This
So
is
I
like
give
an
us a lesson in
alternate
it.
No.
reality. I don't
I'm not giving us a
know.
lesson in bid.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna try. It's gonna work every
Oh,
time.
JJ about to come out.
I'm not gonna say nothing drawing, but I really
No, go
learned how
ahead.
to.
Bet on me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not going.
No, go
I'm
ahead.
not gonna
I'm
make.
giving you permission.
No, you're not. nah. But
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not.
You used to
I'm
make
not going
people
to
cry.
make fun of.
go ahead.
Yeah,
he
I
gonna
did
do
make-
some. Go
I
ahead.
made people-
He
I
about to
wasn't-
teach.
I used to
Alright.
make people mad when I bid. So you
Yes,
used to make
Magic. We
people
know how you
cry.
bid. Let them rock.
Yeah, but that's
Magic
what I'm
can't bid
saying.
either.
You can be funny.
Shit, hell no.
Once you learn this formula, you gotta teach this formula to your kids. I learned the formula
yo.
to bidding, and it really changed my life in high school, right? Because people used to make fun of me because my eyes are little. You see what I'm saying? So I used to stand in the mirror. I try to open them wider, but they always go back to the same size.
I thought
Like,
you was just high.
no,
No, just little.
They're-
They're just like. Okay.
this is standard.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
But
God, them jokes closed.
No, I thought he was just high.
This is what I'm seeing.
I'm keeping it real with y'all. So it's like, boom, got the little eyes, right? And then for some reason, right, I could never when I was in high school, I could never find the right brand. So I used to go in the store.
Assassins.
Yeah, like I was trying to get Polo, but I didn't get Polo.
US Polo assistant. I had a US Polo. I got a Facebook.
It was a
picture
true
with
mistake
But
though. Like
wait,
I didn't know what
I'm
I was
sorry
doing.
to
Like
interject here, but let's get this straight. US Polo Assassin is the actual Polo. Do y'all know that? That came around first?
nobody cared
Yeah,
about
I
that.
don't
And,
give a
and
fuck.
Polo
nobody
came
cared.
around last.
Nobody cared about that. So
Yes.
so then
Ralph came last.
so then like I used to go to the Tim's store. I was trying to get Tim's. I got the wrong Tim's. You
I
know
had
the
the wrong Tim's.
the joints,
Damn,
the,
JJ,
the
we must
single
have been like.
the single soul joints.
Yes.
So now niggas bidding. Then
I had the Tims with the hills.
The Walmart
Those
joint.
are, yeah,
Tim's with the
cute.
hills.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No, they was actual.
Oh, no,
Tims.
No,
the
they was
actual
Timbs.
Timbs.
Yeah.
That was Baby Fat D.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, so then I had to learn.
They
So my
still got
man,
him.
shout out to my man
Couldn't
Sheik,
get
because he
some.
the first person, like he was somebody
I
who
want
was
the
on my
Timbs.
side. So he like, yeah, bro, you gotta learn how to bid better. Like I just was mean, but then I learned how to be funny. So this what you really gotta do, right? This gonna work every time.
AI gonna clip this like the formula to bidding.
The formula, this really the,
As a
this,
Philadelphian.
this really the formula to bidding, right? Step number one, right? You gotta use what's obvious. You feel what I'm
Use
saying?
what you see.
Use what you see. So it's like you got a head, right? Then you gotta use oxymorons, right? Two things that don't go together. You feel what I'm saying? So if you say like
You got peanut butter without the jelly type shit.
like
Go ahead, be OJJ for a
Yeah,
second. Go
come
ahead.
on, I wanna
I'll
hear
allow
it.
you. Can't take my girl, but you
hear
go ahead,
it.
shoot. Come on.
Like,
I'm one of the old favorite targets. Let's go.
no, I'm not gonna bid on nobody. I'm just saying,
Oh my
like,
God.
I wanna
just
hear
take this
some
for
shit.
example.
Come on.
Big and little, like work all the time. Like you got big head, little eyes, right?
okay.
Or like short legs, long socks. Like it don't make sense.
Okay.
But it's going to make people laugh because the words,
Like a punchline.
the words
Yeah.
always go together. When I learned the formula, like that's the basic formula. You use what you see and use oxymorons, two things that don't go together. You feel what I'm saying? Long and short, or like what's other things that
No, we got you. You
You feel what I'm saying?
sense. If you want the expert level to bidding, come to Patreon. I'm gonna show y'all how to really get down because that's entry level. It can get dark for niggas. But
Right.
on to other topics while we got everybody here. That just slipped my mind, but we gonna keep going.
Like what?
I just wanted to get off bidding.
Why you get nervous?
No, that's where I was going.
I retired from making jokes because my jokes used to make people like they used to be hurtful. That's what I was told.
I ain't retired.
So
no,
I don't make jokes.
My child is still in the
the
play.
way Jay, this back on home. The way Jay told jokes, it was his face. He didn't laugh with it, so he'd be like, "Shut your fat ass up," and you'd be like,
It's like, so he's
"Is
serious.
this
at the
nigga
whole
mad?"
time?
Like, wait, hold on.
I don't get upset. I be
Oh,
even
that
killed.
is hilarious.
But I used to be meaner too, so it's like it was
Yeah.
a bad combination. But yeah, use the regular bidding scale, just oxymorons and
Yeah.
use what you see.
We'll
You'll
get
be
to
all
some
right in high
expert
school.
levels, but on to things people bid on right now. Comic-Con is going on, and also shout out to RDC World. DreamCon went on this weekend. It's like their third annual one. They killing it. And my man Kev on stage, you know what I'm saying, showed up and he cosplayed. And I wanted to ask anybody in here, would y'all cosplay? And I'm going to show y'all what Kev was like on the
Of
screen.
course,
in a
I
second.
always cosplay. I
Yeah,
love
I
a That's good. I love a nice little.
All right, then tell me the character. If you saying yeah, tell me the character.
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
Y'all
not,
watch anime?
Not, no.
Are y'all
no,
anime?
no. When I say cosplay,
Magic.
I mean like I'm like a.
He said anime. He said
Oh no, he asked if anybody
We
watch
watch anime,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, she watched.
You do? What you watch?
For sure.
all of it.
Damn near everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
I was watching. Did you
No,
watch?
hold
Angel
on.
number 8
I
yesterday?
need y'all to do the nerd
Angel
thing with anime.
number 8?
Go ahead, say
Yeah.
it. She watches it in Japanese or whatever language with the
All
sub
right, so-
with no subtitles.
Are you a dubber or a subber?
Which one is dub?
Dub is English.
No, I can't do English.
See, look,
That
see,
would
that's
be crazy.
that's the anime lover shit.
No, I really drew.
I
like,
wish
it's
I
like-
would watch niggas yell in Japan with no subtitle, just like
I really
Hey,
did.
yo.
I really didn't sleep last night. I watched a whole
Japanese, I'm sorry, I
whole
said Japan.
season of the anime called Keiju number 8. It's really good, yo. I really gotta get into that.
I don't watch anime.
So you would dress up with somebody from that show, or
I would just
it don't gotta be anime either. You know, DreamCon is like any
For real.
fictional character.
You know what I love to do, right? I love to make my own character and then dress up as that person,
Yeah.
as that character.
Yeah.
And it could be inspired by anybody. Like this is a thought I always had. Like I really like Demon Slayer right now, so I want to get my own Demon Slayer made. I don't know what my type is though.
Yeah, for me, cosplay is not like related to an actual character. Like, although I like Halloween, I normally do. Like 2 Halloweens ago, I did Poison Ivy, but I really did Poison Ivy. Like, I had brought a green bodysuit. I got
can
some
see
faux
Poison Ivy for
leaves.
you
I
for
like
sure.
glued
I
it
think I remember
onto
that.
it. I had the orange hair. I painted my face green. Like, it was like we really Poison Ivy. But I just like dressing up. Like, I like the vampires, witches. I just like to.
That's one thing
Dress
I
up
do
in, like,
say.
Do y'all
fully-
believe in
If
magic?
you don't
You
watch
believe in?
anime, which is crazy,
Do y'all
because
believe in
I-
magic?
Yeah. Do you believe in magic?
I'm magic.
You believe in magic?
I think that's a.
So you believe in yourself?
I think that's
For
a really,
sure.
I think that's a really crazy
For
question.
sure.
Actually, I would like to
How's
hear
that
your answer
crazy?
first before I answer.
I knew you was gonna do that.
Simply because you're Haitian.
I know.
I would like to hear your answer.
No, I do believe in magic. I do believe in voodoo. I do believe there's, an alternate.
all real.
Yeah, there's an alternate world or whatever. Now, do I get in
Do you
depth?
practice it?
No, I don't practice it. No, I don't get in depth with it. I've had experienced it, unfortunately, and I have had seen things happen in Haiti, but no, I don't. Yeah, I keep my distance. But yeah, I do believe it.
Understand. Yeah, I think that the word believe and magic shouldn't even be in the same sentence because,
Do you believe in magic?
like, what do you mean? Do you believe in magic? Like,
Do you would you in order to believe it, right? You gotta do if you seen a little spell or a little potion or a little whatever, you have to believe that if you do it, it'll work.
well, the way and what I mean by what do you mean? What do you believe in it? Is the simple fact that I feel like
I know it exists.
yes.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can only quote unquote believe in something that doesn't have any proven things behind it. Like, I don't know. That's like saying, like, do you believe it might rain next week? Well, if the weather fucking said it might rain next week, what are we
Okay.
believing?
Okay.
Like, we have some type of proof that it very well may rain next week. Like, that's how I feel when it comes to practices like that.
I mean, you can go all the way. I'll give a quick example and then we can go on because we're just gonna get some of these. Joe Budden just was talking about on his pod that he manifested his son. That his girl was doing a vision board one year.
You believe manifestation is magic? Just to clear it up, because you said that in relation to what we
Yeah, I mean, in a sense of it is. I believe it's a part
you
of
believe
the.
manifestation is magic?
I believe it's a part of it.
Okay.
And again, that gets into what you might believe with these terms.
No, that's why I just
ain't-
wanted to.
I ain't going all the way there. I just was
Okay,
saying
I just
that Joe
wanted-
said he wrote on like again when people think in magic and prayer of like yo seeing something that isn't there then it appearing.
Mhm.
He did a vision board. He had pretty much said all my success that I have today is on there.
Yeah.
But also his girl at the time wrote "I love you, baby" at the bottom of the vision board, and that's how he believes he got to his latest son.
Do you
So
think
in a sense of the matter is that's somebody who's in their way is kind of directly tying you to that. Yo, it's power in what you do. There's power in what you say and power in the vision.
Exactly.
So when it comes to power, that's why I get
Is
to
that
magic.
magic though?
that, and this is my question.
Well-
what's the difference between manifestation and law of
Manifestation
attraction?
and magic is two
No.
different.
What's the difference between manifestation and law of attraction? Because what you focus on, you shall receive.
That's
Sure.
got to be the same thing.
And this is my point. So when we talk about things of that nature and you put different words on it, especially for like, and two things I don't care for is fucking politics and religion. Christians oftentimes have a lot to say. Specifically, I named Christians because this seems to be the one group that's always talking about witchcraft. And
Is anybody Christian here?
You can say
I
it.
guess not.
No. I'm like the reason why I'm like hesitating because I'm trying to.
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm Christian. I don't go to church.
That's not a prerequisite.
I don't go to church, but I pray to
Yeah,
myself.
your belief
Like
system is your belief system, whether you
I
go to church or
believe
not.
in.
Do you believe in Jesus?
I believe that there's multiple fucking gods.
I don't know if that's
So
Christian.
you're not Christian.
So, yeah, you're not Christian. Then.
Yeah, I don't know if that because
Yeah.
that's monotheistic. Like,
Oh well, then I would be
yeah.
that because I don't believe.
Christianity is you believe this,
I don't believe
and that's
that.
what you believe.
I don't believe anybody here currently belongs to organized faith-based religion.
I don't.
So yeah, like how with that, I believe in God. I do believe in Jesus Christ. I do pray on a regular basis. I do read the Bible on a regular basis. Now, me going to or I can't even say it right now.
Organized faith-based.
Yes.
organizations.
Me going to church on a regular basis, no. That's where my tear is.
Yeah.
But yes, I do believe in God. I do, believe
Specifically
in Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah, specifically
okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
But when it comes to going to church and all that other stuff, I just have like kind of a pull right now. So.
You wanted to
like,
go to
away
religion
from church?
and politics
Oh,
today. I
away
just
from
peeped.
church because when it comes to church, the politics type deal,
Yeah, I see.
ordeal, the judgment, I'm not
propaganda
the
type,
propaganda. I'm not feeling
money
it.
hungry.
So if I want to talk to God, I'll talk to God
Yeah.
myself.
On my own
Yeah,
time.
on
But
my
I
own
brought
time.
that up in relation to the word manifestation specifically because as a non-Christian, but someone who's like my family grew up Christian, so I grew up in the church. So like clearly
Same.
there's a lot of things that I have read
That
and
align,
seen and been a
yeah.
part of. And the Bible speaks on a lot of things. First of all, the whole book that's just
Which one you going to? Job's?
no. The spell book.
Oh.
But anyway,
Okay.
that's a conversation for another day.
Oh well,
What's
hey,
the
and
spell
we're
book?
out of here.
But no, I'm just saying that
I feel like niggas need to know what the spell book
Man,
is. I don't know
hear
what
me
the spell
out.
book is.
manifestation is something that's mentioned in the Bible very often.
It
So
is.
when a lot of practices, even
Just
communion. Listen, communion, right?
Yeah.
What happens in communion?
You break
you
bread.
eat the body of
Yeah.
who?
Christ.
Christ.
And you drink the what?
Blood.
Of
Christ.
Christ.
okay, right? So in witchcraft, right? And you have these practices that may involve blood. They
Yep.
call it like blood
Blood and
sacrifices,
body.
or you know what I mean?
Blood, body, and bones.
Find
Yes.
me the difference.
I mean, see, this is where, if you go in depth, where are you talking about Old Testament or are you talking about New Testament?
I don't think the testament matters because you're still practicing the same thing.
But in New Testament, we no longer believe in sacrifices. That was an Old Testament thing because the bigger sacrifice is Jesus Christ. So that's
Well,
what I'm
but hasn't
talking
he
about.
always
But the
been
fact that the Testament
the
has
one who
even
sacrificed.
changed is kind of
Well, the
crazy.
Testament.
That's what I'm
Speaking
saying,
of a
Old
testimony,
Testament or New Testament.
Speaking of
That's what I'm
testimony,
saying.
'cause-
Before, that's what I'm trying to figure out which one you're talking about. Are you talking about before Jesus or are you talking about
Like
after?
the body and blood you talking about is symbolic. It's not
yeah.
real. Like it's
Are you-
grape juice. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like
but that doesn't matter because the practice is still ritual.
and both things do the
So
same
it doesn't
thing.
matter if you're actually drinking blood and if you're actually eating a body. You do understand the symbolism is ritualistic.
so like the point of it certainly is to have a
Piece of Jesus in you.
Paul.
That's literally
You just paused the Lord.
symbolic part is
Right,
basically just a renewal. Like you're
Right,
just
like
cleansing yourself.
But technically, you're taking a piece of him into you, and you got to poop it out to
technically
cleanse.
you're taking bread. Like it's bread.
But it's in represents of
the
the body.
ideology
So I'm
that
saying-
you're drinking blood and you're eating flesh.
So I'm saying like
And you're gonna cleanse yourself by shitting it out.
So I'm saying in witchcraft, right? Is it customary to like do something regular and say that it's something else?
We're not okay. So let's do this. First of all, let's do this. Right? There's no ritual where you are drinking the blood of someone or eating the body of someone. You might be using it in a potion or in a like whatever thing you need to use it in for whatever you're trying to achieve.
And you
But
also
you're not
might drink
But like
something.
real blood.
No, you don't drink blood.
Yeah, I said that. Not drinking.
No, I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
I'm
But
saying,
yes.
but like real blood
Yes.
in the joint,
Yes.
or like real
Yes.
whatever. Okay, so it's not it's actual.
Well, if
feel
you
what I'm
get
saying?
into okay, y'all want
it's
me to
actually
go there
use
with y'all. I can go
chicken
there. 'cause
blood.
I'm
They like
telling
they
you.
You're not
actually
you're
use
not you're
chicken
not
bloods.
drinking it or eating it.
It's
or,
not
But
you
what I'm
using
what,
it,
what I'm
like-
saying is it's not
good.
like it's actually part of the joint. Like it's not like symbolic of anything. It's what it is. It's part of the.
Yeah, because you're not going to like the
Yes, but
costume
there's
store
no-
and buying fake blood to
Because you can't consume
utilize
that though.
for-
But I'm pretty sure
Because
if there
it doesn't
was,
have the same effect,
but
right?
I'm
It
pretty
wouldn't
sure
have- if you got grape
we
juice
were
in your-
cannibals and able to take the blood out of a person, you don't think they would give you a cup of blood?
Oh, okay, guys.
Maybe.
This has been a great religious
No.
segment. I've enjoyed the convo. y'all doing your thing, but we gonna hop up out of here because there is no end to this conversation. Never is. So back to the cons that we just were talking about earlier, and this is on Jonathan Major News also. So Avengers 5 and Semicon and all that was there. So Avengers 5 and Avengers 6 had they like panels, and you know it's a good year for everything kind of entertainment wise. So in that, Kang and Jonathan Major's character was the original villain for Avengers 5. And due to his BS legal troubles, he has been removed from anything in that realm of media currently for that side. So to replace him,
Which is
they
BS.
brung in Robert Downey Jr., who was Iron Man, to play Doctor Doom now. And a variant, I'm hoping for everyone saying hopefully it's the end of the multiverse saga for everyone, and we kind of get back to one single universe. But in that, as a black man's being replaced for a job by somebody who has way more heinous crimes in his past than what Jonathan Major is charged for, I feel like it's kind of like, and again, and as the nerd in me, yes, Kang had to go away because the story was trash. They didn't know what to do with the character really. It just was an old dying thing from the last person who was running Marvel. But in actual viewing and what you're looking at is RDJ had a very, very tattered past. He was heavily not supposed to be Iron Man at the time.
What'd
And
he do?
now, and he had drug issues. It's similar to kind of how Ezra Miller
Did he
shit.
get arrested a couple
Yeah,
times
yeah,
too?
a bunch of times. Drugs, you know that.
He
that
just did drugs. He just was on drugs.
no, but you know, you do drugs, and that comes with other things. We try and get drugs. He did a couple different things that round them up on the other side of the law, and now he's replacing somebody who had a similar situation to where it's something in the past now today that is now affecting him from going forward. And do you believe like John Major should be given another chance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. He
When
didn't
did
even
we-
do nothing
When did
He
we?
didn't do anything
When did we?
crazy. He didn't do
He
nothing
ran
crazy.
Right.
away from the
When
white
did we
girl.
establish
So-
that he
ran
abused
away
this
from
woman?
Right.
So why is no one saying it?
Why is no one saying
There's
what?
no one saying anything about him as far as any of this, like the media.
What do you mean by no one?
No one as far as the media and the coverage of this, and even our own black media sites and different people have just pushed Jonathan Major to the side.
Well, I
Now
think-
he's forever a joke based on his persona and who he's became and who you learned about from him becoming the public star he was. And now we see an old
I think that has a lot to do with people not wanting to bring themselves down and also involve their personal feelings and beliefs as it pertains to, especially when you have something involving what may be a victim, right? So anytime that you have a woman or a person stating that something happened to them and it's been taken a trial now, it's just too deeply involved. A lot of people start to stay away from shit like that because I don't want to use my platform with my supporters who've helped me get here to say, hey, I stand by this man and I support him, and then have people come around and be like, oh, well, I'm not going to support you now because you stand with this man and I think this man is guilty. Even though we have yet to see that he is guilty of what he has been accused of.
Well, he was guilty of what they charged him with, which was accidentally harming someone in his escape from them trying to escalate a thing. So he, I mean,
me
but
out.
no,
Hear me out.
no court,
Bro
no prison
need
time
Coretta
served.
Scott King. That's what he needs.
Hear me out. He got his Coretta. He said that. He called her his
Yeah,
Coretta.
that was a crazy. Did not do that on purpose? Okay,
I did.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure. But in that situation, I'm saying that there is no. These platforms are not. Marvel's not cutting you a check. Disney's not cutting you a check. It's like Apple cutting you a check in a sense for promotion. We're big enough to where promotion is us doing what we do. So I'm saying in those factors, I think for us it's more the fact that we don't think he's cool enough. He's not cool enough for you to go to bat for. He's not cool enough for you to care about. It's also something that that our community is also deemed as something that is you can observe, but we are not too many black people are considered nerds in a sense and believe in not believe but enjoy
That was
this
a
type of
crazy ass
media.
statement.
But Robert Downey Jr. is a great actor to begin with. So in the comparison of that,
So is Jonathan Majors.
No, he is too. But I'm not saying like. At the end of the day, when it comes to Marvel, I feel like they did a great choice of putting him as for what Doom's was
Dr.
it
Doom.
Dr.
Yeah,
Doom.
It's called Doomsday. Yeah.
I do believe they did a great choice. Now for Jonathan, you know, he's dating Making Good just came out with a crazy ass move with Tyler Perry while he, you know, try to do something. Like, I don't know what he's doing, but it seems like when I look at it, it seems like he's not fighting for himself.
Going from Loki to Tyler Perry is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that movie was crazy.
But also in that, I'm saying my point in my conversation is he shouldn't have to.
Tyler Perry,
He shouldn't have to be replaced. Again, for me, it is do right by this person in this
He a
situation.
legend. You feel what I'm saying?
Because again, the only reason to me he's not in Marvel is because they couldn't do the story didn't exist. The people that they had running at the time made horrible movies. Ant-Man 3.
Yeah.
Loki was great, but they used in that second season Loki, they made him a punchline pretty much. It's different things that went on to make this character not be who he's supposed to be in Marvel.
But
so
Kang
for
wasn't
me,
really that dope, so that's why I'm like, the shit was
comic book
dead.
Kang, or you know what I'm saying? Because Kang is a dope character and can be done a
No,
dope way.
no, I'm
and
talking-
there's a
yeah.
dope connection
In
there
the-
to what they're doing in Fantastic Four. And to me, it gets to this thing where we're balancing Hollywood back to me, where they don't want to race bend so much. And like again, they caught some complaints about feeling away. Again, Elon, I don't know. I might want to get off Twitter, but again, it's a platform that makes money. So, and I'm in this media. But Elon been rolling heavy on this like whole Trump situation. He was rolling heavy on like bringing up the fact that of affirmative action and
This is an actual
DIY
great
choices
question.
and saying that like, yo, look at all these characters that we race bend to black people. Instead, now again, we need to make new characters, but if the person is black can do the job, these are fictional characters.
First of
Anybody
all,
can
Elon
be the
Musk
person.
is racist. Like that's just what it is.
Go ahead, sit down.
You feel what I'm saying? Like
I have a question on this topic. So how deep are you in what you believe, right? Because y'all all have very strong stances for the political party that you plan to endorse. And I want to know, how deep are you into that? Because you realize like spending money intentional is a thing, right? So if you spend your money in places that are on the opposite side of what you stand for, aren't you still voting for who you say you're not voting for?
I think that to like both of y'all question, black people have no collective power. So like us endorsing Jonathan Majors or not doesn't make a difference onto what they do. Like we don't have no say in that. Just the
You
same,
got to say in what the question I asked though.
just the same, right? Because we don't have any collective power, your individual choice is not going to make a difference. Whether you
For
choose,
you, it will.
no, I'm saying like in the grand scheme of political power, and like you compared it to having a say in a political thing, right? The only way that you have a say in that is if you as a group is contributing large amounts of money, or you as an
Any
individual.
amount of money contributing to somebody who is against what you believe in is still contributing. Just like y'all said, and I'm using the same exact ideology. You said, even though you don't think it necessarily matters if everybody votes, as long as you show the electoral college that y'all all feel the same way, it's the same shit as saying, hey, I know I'm only one person, but if I don't buy whatever the fuck, if I don't put money into Twitter, or if I don't buy any fucking Tesla products, or if I don't do any of that shit, I'm not supporting a person who supports the opposite side of me. That's the same shit as saying just get up and vote, even though our votes don't matter.
We have to do it in community, is what I'm saying.
But it's the same shit as what you just said.
What I'm saying is that it will or won't matter based upon if we do it in community.
But
If-
why is one being pushed and the other is not, is the question. Why is it we're pushing everybody to get up and vote, but we're not pushing everybody to spend their money intentionally. We're not pushing everybody to stay within community. We're not looking at it from that aspect, because that actually matters more.
Well,
Because that's a fundamental problem with the black community.
well, yeah, and I was gonna get that. The reason we're not doing it because there is no we. The unity from it
There's
comes
no
back.
we.
But what I'm talking about is more from a media standpoint, and I disagree with what you were saying as far as this compares to that. Because in this world, in entertainment, we do matter. Black Panther being $1 billion.
What?
Again, we can
Nick
have a
Cannon
convo.
canceled. Everybody who
Why
ever
Nick
spoke
Cannon
against
canceled?
Nick Cannon canceled where?
Nick
When
Cannon.
was he
No, he
canceled?
was canceled.
Tried, right?
When was he canceled?
Try, wait.
when he-
no,
when he-
no.
when
Great
he-
point.
when he
He
spoke-
talking about the anti-Semitic stuff they were trying to say.
Oh, that
he was
lasted
on.
for like a week, and
When
he
he
came right
canceled.
back.
Kyrie
First of all,
Irving is not in the
they
Olympics.
couldn't
Jaylen
cancel
Brown
Go ahead,
is not
still-
in the
Nobody
Olympics.
was-
They have the say in who and what doesn't go.
Again, you're
Nick
talking
Cannon
about-
had to apologize in order to continue to get his show back.
Oh, all he did was have to
Not
say, I'm
necessarily.
sorry.
I mean,
Not all, he got everything
Not
taken away from him.
necessarily.
If-
Yes, he got everything.
Nothing-
taken
whoa,
away
whoa,
from
all
whoa,
he
whoa.
had to do
But-
was say, I'm sorry to get it back.
But
Not
who is you apologizing? Who do they have to
Hold on,
apologize
hold
to?
on.
Who are they
Wait,
accountable to?
wait, let me just-
You're talking about one show on NBC. Nick Cannon is a multi-platform millionaire, probably close
And they
to a
tried to
B.
give it to
It
everybody
ain't-
that was there, and none of them wanted it because it was Nick's already.
And there you go to uni from it. You couldn't. And this is before anti-Semitic stuff. What you talking?
They wasn't
you
bringing it
talking
back
about?
if he didn't retract his statements.
But
He had
we're-
to take freaking.
We're mixing a
classes
lot of
and-
stories. You're talking about NPC, NBC, and you're talking about him being a host of like The Masked Singer, one of those shows.
Okay.
Nick Cannon's own show on whatever it's at now
okay.
has never been canceled.
Yeah.
Has never stopped running except for that short period he's had. Has not done his morning show where he's over here at. Him over here, he is an elite force that you maybe tried, and again, to get to the money he's probably attempting to reach, he makes certain choices for his career. But again, there is power in his own decisions. Like Matt just was talking about Wild and Out. They asked DC Young Fly to run it. They asked this person to run it. They asked this
They
person to
had
run it.
Chico, they
Hey,
had
there's
all of
unity,
them.
and this is my
They
man
said
shit.
no.
I'm not letting y'all
Hey,
move him out of
just-
position. And same thing with Kang. Hey, if enough people can say, hey, this looks weird to me that this person was replaced with this person, a conversation ensues and starts. The reason you have representation today in films is because your ass go out there and see them films. The reason you saw, not spoilers, if anybody's seen anything with Deadpool and Wolverine before I spoil somebody's in it.
I didn't see it yet.
I didn't
Don't
see
ruin
it.
Okay, never mind. But there's affirmative action in that movie, and the
Oh,
reason
Jay, you
is because
seen
they
it?
want your ass to go out and vote. The reason why every film there is now more black characters because of that. So the reason in this entertainment field, you can easily get a story where you write Kang back in later on. They gave him a great ending in Loki. But if you talk enough, it can happen. And again, now, like you said, for himself fighting for it, that might be his lawyer, strategic things, maybe trying to let the heat die down enough to where I can show up and reappear, kind of like RDJ, and now I am the man again, and that past doesn't matter. So it's similar to different things, but in this case, it does. In entertainment, your voice does matter. When you look at different lists, different media lists, hey, right now who run podcasting is black people. Even though the biggest ones are Joe Rogan and certain things, when you come to list and what the culture wants to see and what people are looking for and who people are striving to be, it's us. So though entertainment,
when you say run with like there is a censor on what we can and can't say because of who we are. There are people, Joe Rogan doesn't have that censor. He can say whatever he wants. That's why he's in the position that he's in. We don't run nothing. We're under somebody who allows us to do what we do.
You run a winners culture, right?
I run the winners culture, but I also understand that if I want Comcast money, I have to
Right.
appeal to Comcast.
That's if you want Comcast money.
If I want any of the white people money, I have to appeal to the white people. The
Correct.
white people are the people with the money.
No. Well, your community spends about $1.3 to $3 trillion a year.
I'm about to say not necessarily.
So we give them a lot of fucking money. So the money is there, and as somebody who works at their own business, and a lot of his alignments are non-white people.
Is $1
needed.
million worth of game gonna go against Barstool?
No, because of who they align. Again, great example for me right now. But Millions Over a Game does not think like me and you. They're not for the advocacy of just black people. They are people who love the world. They want
This is
to.
where I'm gonna have to.
They
agree.
wanna
I'm
push
gonna have to
everyone
agree with
forward.
What JJ saying, and I really, as pro-black as I am, hate to agree with something like that. But he's absolutely correct in the sense of when you want to make it somewhere and you don't want to have to take a certain route and you're trying to appeal to certain places and people, you're going to have to do it a certain way. And sometimes that certain way means getting that funding from them melanin deficient people.
It's
But-
a whole bunch of black hosts on ESPN who would never say what we really feel. It's
At
a
all.
whole bunch of black people in
It's not,
position.
it's not a safe space for you to
It's
even
not.
feel
You can't
comfortable
do it.
enough to
No.
do.
you
Because
don't
it is
own it.
not your
You're gonna be
spaces, they're not
ridiculed,
cultivated
you're gonna
for
be
you. I don't
kicked
care
out.
about going to anywhere you're talking about, and no shade to them in those things. If you are somebody that makes your own show, hey, the person that is on ESPN cussing and saying whatever the fuck he want to do because he made his own platform, the white man who did it, hey, I don't care what
Bro,
race he would have
Shannon
been.
Sharp can't say whatever he want to say.
I'm not
anywhere.
talking about Shannon Sharp, and yes, he can on Shannon Sharp's show.
He can't.
He's
gonna lose the he can't. He literally can't. It's a
Shannon
like,
Sharp has made himself to be a character that can say whatever he wants because
No,
he has.
no black person
think-
can.
Bro, he was on First Take going
But I
crazy,
think the
drinking
point
Hemrock,
is-
smoking,
I
telling
think
you
the point
everything
is it
about
can be
every
pulled
single
at
thing.
any
Now,
time.
sometimes, and
It
again,
can be
his
It can be
morals
pulled
is
at
different.
Any time
At any
based on
time.
someone else's.
It
someone
has
else's
nothing to
choice.
do with him.
because he is not the one
On a
who
white
runs
man's
it
whim.
in
And
it.
that's
can
why
be
I'm
proved.
saying it depends on. And again, for people, I'm talking about people at our level that are building and growing to do certain things. It's how you build and how you grow.
Right, and
If
some
you look at
people don't
LaRussell,
care where
I
money
don't
come
need
from.
money from anybody else. My community funds my career.
But we talking about Hollywood. We was talking about
Entertainment.
we was
is-
talking about Hollywood.
Hollywood isn't the same anymore. Cottonat is your biggest promotion ever right now. In media, when people want to turn to happen right now, they looking at this guy and saying, "Hey, let me come sit in your basement."
Bro,
it's
they
not
will-
the same.
They will forever use black people as talent. They will forever use black people's connections to culture to make money off of.
As long as black people
do not
allow them
own-
to do that. You only don't own nothing because you let it go and give it up. Again, there's a Joe Budden show that only Joe Budden owns. What are we talking?
And
Like,
Joe Budden doesn't say what he want.
he do.
He hired a cast full of people to say what he don't want to say, yo. Come on, dog. Come on, dog.
Wait, are you just telling me Joe Budden don't say what Joe Budden
Joe
wants?
Budden
Joe Budden doesn't say what Joe Budden wants.
No, I
That's-
just was listening to the episode.
Listen,
He said
dog,
we
like-
cannot say that. We're not going to
Joe
speak on this
Budden,
group.
like, that's
We're not going to
crazy.
speak on these people.
That's crazy.
I watched maybe 3 Joe Budden episodes in the last week. In all 3, he censored his cast because he knows what he can and can't say. He's not willing to fight that battle.
Again, somebody he does say it on his own platform on Patreon. You're talking about a YouTube episode. So again, at certain
So,
things,
so niggas gotta get in the corner and hide. We gotta
No.
stay in the dark.
no, nigga. Again, for what you're saying, this is always my show on this platform. Is you're talking about a status quo that is existing. I'm talking about one that I'm trying to create and push forward towards. I understand that you believe this is the way, but right now, I've gave you 3 different examples of black people who have built their own platforms outside of white individuals that can potentially say whatever they want to say. Now, are they going to? Who's going to cancel a bag from potentially coming? But the fact that it's built up and I own it and it's mine, I can say what the fuck I want to say. There isn't nobody coming to cut the water off for Joe Budden. If he go in there and get in his bag and say something towards a group like
So
he
why don't
has,
he then?
when because he does. That's what I'm saying. It's
does.
crazy. Yo, he killed the whole K-pop. He came at like
K-pop. K-pop.
yo, you can't be racist on TV, and he clearly was against
How?
Koreans.
Elon Musk is racist on Twitter right now.
That's his platform.
Right now.
It's his.
That's the point.
Because he bought it. And I'm saying if you keep it and you own it, you can say what you want. The
We don't
issue
own
is when
nothing.
you want to take that Comcast money
nothing.
and Comcast says, here, give me everything you
own
worth,
nothing.
sign over your life, and but here's your check, nigga. That's the difference I'm talking. There's a different way
So
to
you
get
want
to
to be
this
a
check.
podcast, but Spotify pull you because you had anti-whatever rhetoric, right? You want to be a podcast, but Apple pulls you because we don't have that power. We
So
don't
then
have
you
no
build
platform.
again. That's why the point of it is you build your own. Hey, Patreon again. You say Patreon pulls
Instagram.
me. Then again, I go on the website and I make my own thing. Hey, guess where you can catch Boozy shit at on Boozy website. Guess where you catch 85 South shit at on 85 South's website. Black people are learning and growing. This mindset of the past is going away, nigga. It's certain niggas that are still taking these bags, and of course they're helping out the future. But it is a way for you to make your lane and not be constrained by these certain things of this world and how they think. Even in Kyrie hasn't lost a check. He's made his own streaker brand because he doesn't want to work with Nike anymore. These are black people making black things happen. So let's not act like it's the same world. This is not 1975. You ain't got to get on there, and if you say the wrong thing, this will be the last time you see your black ass. That shit don't exist no more. Tasha K still running around saying what the fuck she want to say. But next topic. This is great,
I
guys.
think we're all just gonna agree to disagree here.
Oh, facts.
Because that
When in doubt, disagree. Shit, Snoop Dogg is running the flag at the Olympics, nigga. He was a convicted. Never mind, he's a not
The
convicted.
president is a convict.
Yeah.
President's convicted. Snoop Dogg was not convicted. I'm
Right.
sorry, he was on trial for murder.
He's on
Indeed.
trial.
Shout
Snoop
out
Dogg
Snoop.
for president, man.
Hey, yo.
Facts.
He's doing his
Oh,
thing
right.
though. He
Actually,
really is doing his
nobody
thing.
for president. Let's just be independent. We've been in relationships for way too
Oh,
long.
Why
we
don't we
need to sit with
just
ourselves.
change our whole
We need to
entire
sit with
government
ourselves.
system?
Yeah, we
I
need
just
to
want to say,
reflect.
just yeah.
We need
Look
to
in the
reflect.
mirror,
What 3
figure out
years?
what it is
We
we
need to
actually
reflect.
want in a relationship
right now it's
before
not
we jump
working.
back into one.
He said be single for a good 3 years, and then we can see if we
Oh,
can.
we do need a refresher.
potential
Like
candidate.
we need to just let ourselves govern ourselves for a year, and like let's just see. Where
You think
that
black
goes.
people could govern themselves?
Yes.
Absolutely,
This is the reason why they bombed
Absolutely.
our whole entire civilization.
They don't want
that we
you to.
had.
absolutely.
They were scared of that.
Absolutely.
We
Every
had-
time you do, they shut it down, brother.
every time as us as a community, as just melanated, us as a community come together and we start doing what we need to do as a community, they bomb us.
I agree.
They put shit in place that harms us. They come and fuck shit up.
In a perfect world, we would all be able to see a different viewpoint and understand what ownership actually is, understand what community actually is, understand what family actually is, understand how
What a
education is
village is.
actually
But don't it
supposed
seem
to
like
work.
black people always
Understand
beefing
how
a lot?
food is medicine. Fuck that shit. Listen, hear me out. You see what
It's
you want to
seen.
see. You see what you want to see. And my thing is this: people always talk about how there is not enough of A, B, and C out there. I don't see that because the people I align myself with, we're one and the same. We don't have these conversations don't exist of what lacks. We're abundant in what we need for ourselves and for each other because that's who I choose to align myself with. That's what my spirit brings to me and that's what I give out. So anything else just doesn't fit here. And like going back to having choices that we were talking about earlier, like you fully have the power to live the lifestyle you want to live as long as you're able to put in that work to do it. The minute you don't try, you failed. Immediately, you're done. Because you didn't even put in the effort to get to where you think you want to go. All you want to do is complain about what you don't have instead of trying to get to what you actually want. And that's the problem. Fuck what somebody else is doing. Fuck what they doing down the street. They don't got shit to do with you. What you doing right here? Because you could point one finger and how many pointing back at you? You got 3 of them. What are you doing? Not minding your business. Not getting your shit together. Not worried about, listen, let me tell you something, all right? Fuck what they doing. What are you doing? How are you contributing to your tomorrow, to your family, to your future? Stop worrying about them.
And
I agree.
Oh, great. And on to since we talking about media and beef, Elliott Wilson versus Charlamagne the God has been something I didn't see happening in 2024, but right now a current thing in media was a complex is a power ranking of like media personalities, and Charlamagne was 4, Elliott was 5, and Charlamagne felt the way with Elliott being that high on the list because he believed he ain't do shit in media this year. And
Charlamagne.
I'll play the audio in a
God,
second, but I'm just
chill.
interested before we talk about it. And Elliott has come back and post. Elliott's, Elliott's new year this year is I'm making my presence felt in this culture because I am somebody who needs to be respected as much because I am somebody who kind of pushed it
Elliot
forward.
the light skin, he the light skin.
Light skin boy, double XL. He was on the sword. Elliott Wilson
I mean, he been around a
has
little
been
bit.
a while for a while, but this is first time kind of as my opinion. I'm more of the journalist. I get your opinion and I promote you up.
Yeah.
So now in that, and Charlamagne kind of speaking to that, like, yo, this nigga is not. He don't got his own platform. He don't got nothing going on for himself right now, and he's just using you niggas and going to go. He went to every platform and cried, and that's what even Joe said, and that's why he's on the list. But Ellie's own response is like, yo, I'm working, I'm grinding, and the fact that my work is being shown, like I'm getting representation for it, is nothing wrong with that. Why are you trying to tear another black man down? So this has been the conversation amongst the different groups, and I want to see how y'all felt about like these two powerhouses being upset over a list of a white organization made, and now it's causing. Now again, for me right
made the
now,
list?
complex. For me, it's only doing this because it's a slow summer. We're in a period of where not much is going on. And right now, certain entertainment in our community can kind of turn on the water for some people, and this is kind of thing. You got Charlamagne on Brilliant Idiots, and now you got Elliott being able to go on anybody's show because he's popping, and he will. He just did Backfield and talked all about this. So, and the last thing I'm bring up is Academics kind of cleared up because he was number 1 on the list. And he was like, yo, I see what Charlamagne's saying, but Elliott, this wasn't hip-hop platforms. This was media personalities. And Elliott has worked his ass off to be a media personality this year, so him being rewarded for it should not be taken away. And some of his fact of his longevity career makes him this high on the list. Like, I came out of nowhere, and now I'm popping. And so I want to see how y'all felt about, like, them two beefing and all.
Like how we feel about them beefing.
Yeah, about hey, the list, the beef, however part you want to talk about it, who's right or wrong.
You know how I feel. At the end of the day, it's the same thing about being recognized, like entertainers being recognized at these award shows. Like trying to fit into a space that does not desire your presence is something I will never understand. Like we were literally like, I don't know how many different ways to say shit like that. Why does it fucking matter? Why does it matter if this person from this place recognizes you? If your numbers are still your numbers, you're still getting the same accolades, you're still getting the same recognition, you got a community of support. Like, if that's all still happening and the only thing you're worried about is being recognized by getting a top 5 number on somebody else's list, like, I don't know. What's your goal here?
You buy that. Unfortunately, JJ got a bounce, guys, so we got
Appreciate y'all. This was a great John. I got to slide. Hopefully, I get to come back again. This was great.
Yeah, you were very, very
This has been your Friend Neighborhood Podcast. I'm your host, Jay, aka J Duce, aka Mr. Prolific. Make sure you please go like, comment, share, and subscribe. Get that Patreon. You know what I'm saying? We learned a lot about our guests. This Patreon. Go cop that at your Friend Neighborhood Podcast.com. You know what I'm saying? Patreon.com/Friend Neighborhood Podcast. I'm throwing off by this whole.
Yeah.
Hey man, Patreon was crazy. I'm sorry to tell you. You got anything for the people of? Send it. Switch seats.
I know we did a demonstration. If you want to see that demonstration, you got to hit the Patreon because that is not YouTube friendly. You already know what I got for you. mgottybeauty.com. Use code neighbor at checkout only if you're a neighbor.
You got anything for people? Magic.
All right. I mean, yeah, yo, go catch the stream right now.
Okay.
Go follow the Instagram page because new shit is coming to you all the time. You feel me? Go hit them likes, hit that subscribe, hit that follow, all types of shit. And if you ain't scared, hit that DM because it is open.
What about you, Moon? You want to let them know where they can find you?
Yeah.
You can find me on IG at moon moon.goddess423 if you want to learn more about me. So
Anything you want to let people know? Anything coming on, going?
Oh,
you
yeah,
got a show
so
coming?
right now. I'm doing like my little poetry thing. I am gonna perform soon at an event. I don't remember the event right now, but if you check out my IG, you will see it on my page. So yeah, again, moon.goddess423. So thanks.
Period.
And we're out.
Bye.
Bye. That was fun.
That was fun.